Well, hello there.
Yeah.
It's a little different on our sets today, isn't it?
It is.
We don't have
Plus
our
we have all
usual
these
instruments and stuff because we have a band.
Yeah. There's going to be a big
Exciting
party
stuff.
today.
Yes, a big party. Is that why you're dressed like that? You're dressed like, I know. Yeah, okay, never
It's a
mind.
holiday.
Yeah, so you're coming to show us your moves and stuff.
Oh, no, I'm just taking it easy, just like you are also taking it.
I'm not taking it easy. I didn't come to play. You look like you came to play. But I do love the kaftan though, and happy holiday to you.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're still
time.
in bed. Our listeners, they're still in bed.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
watchers, chilling under the duvet and, probably half asleep, breakfast in bed. Sounds like a dream that we will never.
We're here to serve you.
Sounds like a dream will never happen.
That's what we're committed to do, so yeah.
Oh, yes, that's what we're committed to do.
Right, so we have the news. We have two news.
We don't have a lot of papers today,
Yeah.
just 3.
We have the Daily Graphic, the Ghanaian Times.
And the Daily Graphic. And as usual, Israel is always cheating me, so he has the Daily Graphic and the Ghanaian Times. This is what I have to deal with every day of my life.
You didn't listen to the intro I had this morning.
I heard something in person at the end. I was like, no, I didn't hear well. Because as the makeup, you said something like, if Enima decides to show up or something like that.
Whatever anyone decides to throw at
Oh, right, okay, well, all right. Oh, so you've braced yourself.
You started throwing.
Oh, Israel.
So yeah, I'm
That's
taking.
not fun now, I feel bad.
Okay, let's start with the Daily Graphic. And on the front page, let's capitalize on COVID-19 to achieve SDGs. President urges world leaders. And I'll get to that story in a bit. But then also on the front page, sustain sanitation campaign. Ogwa Manghene charges at graphic Zoom Lion initiative. Right, so let's get into the stories. So on bottom page 5, we have Hotel Rwanda hero given 25 years sentence. And this is a story that has been going on for some time now. And it's about how the gentleman was picked up and sent back to Rwanda. I'll read a bit of the story. So Paul Rusebagina, a one-time hotel manager portrayed as a hero in a Hollywood film about the nation's 1994 genocide, has been found guilty of being part of a group responsible for terrorist attacks and sentenced to 25 years in prison by a Rwandan court. Rusebagina boycotted yesterday's verdict after declaring he did not expect justice in a trial he called a sham. The case has had a high profile since Rusebagina, 67, was arrested in August 2020 after what he described as a kidnapping from Dubai by Rwandan authorities. He was accused of supporting an armed wing of his opposition political platform, the Rwandan Movement for Democratic Change. The group had claimed some responsibility for attacks in 2018 and 2019 in the south of the country, in which 9 Rwandans died. Okay, there's more on that story. Police meant to answer for killing of human rights lawyer. This is a story coming from Nairobi, Kenya. Jihadist hacked to death Mozambican family, and African president in US for UN Assembly. Of course, President Akufo-Addo is one of those who's there. Putin's party wins election. Opposition cries foul. Power cut delays Lebanon's cabinet session. US to lift travel ban on EU and UK. And moving on to other stories. On page 9, ECG acquires drones for operations. Ghana Library, Absa Bank launch e-learning project. And Bese Mancha installs new Abofu chief. The new chief who
Please, Israel, please. Observers are asking that the ECG drones, no?
Yeah.
They are using it for what?
Okay. The ECG has acquired a drone technology for effective maintenance work on its lines. The drone technology is to help the company enhance its operational efficiency and also detect fault lines and attend to them on time.
Right.
Are the observers okay?
So it not necessarily affects Doomso.
If Doomso happens in your area, they can detect it a lot faster, apparently.
I see.
That's what the drone
Okay.
technology is supposed to do.
Ayo.
Gender mainstreaming policy guide launch. Pregnant teenagers at risk of health complications. That's a nurse saying that, but it's true. I mean, typically pregnant teenagers, because their bodies are not really
fully ready.
Yeah, to carry
Babies.
Yeah, they're likely to have. And then on page 13, Ghana celebrates Dr. Nkrumah today. And there's a photo of Nana Ajantua, General Secretary of the CPP. So today it's a statutory public holiday following the passage of the Public Holiday Amendment Bill into law in March 2019. There's a lot more on page 13 you can get to read. Prosecutors to amend charges against Owusu Bempah. I'll leave that story to you because it's in the Daily Guide, so you can get to review that. I'll move on to the other stories. And in the center spread, let's capitalize on COVID-19 to achieve SDGs. That's President urging world leaders. President Akufo-Addo has urged other world leaders to capitalize on opportunities created by the COVID-19 crisis to work towards achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals. As the world strives to deal with the challenges posed by the pandemic, we have to turn the crisis into an opportunity and ramp up actions necessary to achieve the SDGs, he added. Okay, assess impact of science in nations' growth, Dr. Mafo, 11-member Minerals Development Fund Board inaugurated. And on the politics page, accept MMDC nominees in good faith, Bavina Samoa saying that. And appoint more women into public office, PNC urges president. Police avert NDC MPP clash over toilet project. Are we still having these clashes?
Over these things?
Over toilet projects. Well, disagreement over who has the mandate to construct a place of convenience led to a clash between supporters of the ruling New Patriotic Party and the opposition National Democratic Congress at Agona Kwenyako in the Agona East District in the Central Region last Friday. Members of both parties stormed the site earmarked for the construction of the projects and engaged in heated arguments about which of the two parties had the right to execute the project for the people, when the NDC MP for the area, Mrs. Queensta Mame Pokuya Soya, was about to cut the sword for the project to begin.
Interesting.
Very, very, very. All right. User guide on corporate insolvency and restructuring act launched, and democracy in Ghana, Africa. That's an opinion piece on page 21. And then moving on, Huawei Partners Ministry to train female students in ICT. Government urges NLA to digitize all games. And Benyiwa Do was firebrand of party. That's the NDC saying that. That story is on page 25. After game changer for Africa's transformation, Dr. Baumia is saying that. And then on education, support government to transform education. NACA boss urges stakeholders. We will complete projects to absorb fresh students, Deputy Education Minister. Osei Sibe heads NSS. So the President, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has appointed the former Metropolitan Chief Executive of Kumasi, Mr. Osei Sibe Entry, as the acting Executive Director of the National Service Scheme. Okay, so he was taking off from Kumasi and sent to NSS. And in sports, NSA boss tips Jackson to win gold at 2024 Olympics. Sina Piaba for 2021 World Golf Challenge. And then on the back page, solar panels for 30 chips compounds in Afram Plains. And Eche Amamfrom gets potable water. Okay, that'll be it for the Daily Graphic.
Oh, okay. 6:47. Well done. Let's go to the front page of the Daily Guide. And there's an interesting picture of Nana in a cowboy hat. Apparently they're called Panama. Hang on a second. I think they're called Panama something. Something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they're called a Panama hat. It's called a Panama hat. Otherwise called the cowboy hat. Anyway, and Nana is wearing one on the front page of the Daily Guide.
The front page of the Times, it's being handed over to him. So
I think that's the Texas, yeah. So interesting. Well, so by the time Never mind, I was going to say something really stupid. But anyway, they're handing over to him on the front of the Times, and by the time the Daily Guide was published, he was wearing it. So, nice one there. He's obviously chilling from New York to Houston and, going for fundraisers.
But that photo of him in that Panama hat has been trending.
It has.
Trending for a while.
It has. And he has his pout, his lips. And, this is why Auntie Becky looks at him and says, my mind day for you. You know what I mean? Like, you be gangster, man. Yeah. With the hats and... Okay, I'm going to move on now. Fresh charges for Owusu Bempah and his boys. Shraj petitioned to probe appointees' wealth and get tough on vandals, Dan Butchie to police. So, with the Owusu Bempah situation, so that the charges that are going to be leveled against him, the new ones or the fresh ones or the whatever ones, have not actually been released yet.
Okay.
The prosecution has asked for a week to come back and say what those charges are. So that should be interesting. There was quite a bit of speculation on the fact that, he's been touted as the nation's prophet. Yeah. And so at some point, things were going to get murky. You know how things can get murky, then whoosh, then everything has gone away. We are watching you. We are really watching you. But anyway, that's it. Get tough on vandals. Dan Butchie to police. So irresponsible a conduct. That is an editorial. I'm wondering what the conduct is. Ish. Okay. So it's with the Ododo illegal demonstration in Accra. And the reactions from the law enforcers. So irresponsible conduct. That's it. Okay, some international news. France threatens to block EU-Australia trade after submarine dispute. So Australia has struck a deal to buy UK and US submarine technology. There's a picture of a fast attack submarine, and it's in Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickam. So anyway, France is threatening to block EU-Australia trade talks. Macron asks Algerian war veterans for forgiveness. Oh. So France's President Emmanuel Macron has asked for forgiveness from the Harkis Algerians who fought for France during Algeria's War of Independence. Mr. Macron faced heckling from Harkis in the audience as he said France had failed in his duty to them. You know the greatest thing that I think Emmanuel Macron has done for the world?
What has he done?
Is to marry a woman who is way older than him. Yeah. It has allowed all the young boys in Ghana to be able to con big women and use the excuse of, but Macron's wife is like 30 years older than him. I mean,
what was stopping them before?
I guess, at first they used to lie about their ages to kind of be like, oh yeah, because like Charlie, some Vim has to be inside, But Macron just like, he's like a blazing, shining light for, so, for his achievements. Perhaps that's the one that we will remember the most.
I guess you have all these small boys coming out.
I refuse to answer the question. Lava destroys homes as volcano. Wow.
But yeah, they're coming at you.
No. Let's simmer.
Okay.
You just called me a grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay, Israel.
You
people, you see what I've been talking about. When I'm dealing with Israel, nobody should feel sorry for him. Oh. He just called me a grandmother. Is your grandmother this fine? You, your grandmother.
Yeah.
Me, Botwe.
My grandmother is that fine.
Echo, come and take your grandfather from the studio before I get violent. And anyway, I'm continuing my stories. I will not be moved. Lava destroys homes. Wow, he called me a grandmother. Lava destroys homes as volcano erupts in Canaries. Hotel Rwanda hero convicted on terror charges. All right, so that story about Nana wowing in a cowboy hat is on page 6 if you want the details. There's also a National Cathedral fundraising ceremony that's happening on the 23rd of September, a fundraising event for the National Cathedral. So anyways, Vice President Alhaji Dr. Bawumia is president until next week, Monday, when El Presidente returns. So Shraj petition to, how much power does a vice president have when he's acting president? So for a week, does he have like the full power? Or
Supposedly.
Supposedly, interesting.
But yeah, it doesn't happen. You must You must know your level.
You must know your level, indeed. Be like Shatawale.
Because if you take any decisions and the president is not happy with you,
Yeah,
he'll deal with you.
He will deal with you, yeah. So Shraj has petitioned. Shraj has been petitioned to probe appointees well. So some guy in Sunyani in the Bono region, Erica J, has filed a petition against Dominic Opon Ajay, who, this is interesting. Erica J has filed a petition against Dominic Opon Ajay.
Okay.
So they're both Ajays. I'm sure there's a lot more to this story. But anyway, and popularly known as Kokonsa. Now, Eric is saying that, Charlie, the guy got into the Transport Directorate of the Jubilee House, in Monicam. So we for investigate. Because, and this is what's bored Eric, right? Them go some party being last week, where Dominic give 2 different guys $10,000 at the party. Just dash them. Don't you wish you were at the party? I wish I was at the party. And he's like, nah. Then Eric says his checks have revealed that this same person has constructed an ultra-modern police station at Mile 7 for the good of the community. He was doing all of these at a time when presidential staffers allegedly had not been paid for the last 8 months. Therefore, as a good citizen of Ghana, he has petitioned Shraj that you for investigate the man. Shall I check like the 10,000 or no give you some so you bore? But it's a really good story. A really good point that is being made about unexplained wealth, you know, that suddenly pops up. You know what I mean?
Why? I mean, I'm curious why he's going after the person like that.
You what?
I'm wondering why he would want to go after the individual like that. I mean, the person is spending his money and then what?
Right. But Israel, it is a good point about how people just get very wealthy when they get into government.
Okay, so I go and buy breakfast from Kempinski and you're going to go to Shraj to investigate?
No, of course not, Israel. You've always bought breakfast from Kempinski. We would start to negotiate, ask questions if you suddenly got a government job and then you were flying your family to Dubai to eat breakfast on Saturday and coming back in the evening. You know, Bob? Okay. Yeah. Because $20,000 to dash as a party. The rate is 6.077 now. That is 26120. That's about 122,000 Ghana cedis or so to dash at a party.
But it could also be that it's not true.
We want that blessing too. Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, apparently, you need to get ready.
Okay.
The military is here. They come to carry you away. So Major Harrison Dazi is coming to pick you up and take you away.
Where exactly do they want?
We don't know. We don't care. All we know is that you would be gone,
you want to
and
take
I will
you
have
to
my
Dubai?
peace. No, neither Greece. We want to take you to Greece. There's a story here that it's not really a major story and it's not really a thing, but it's kind of a thing. So Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana elects Farm Donko as new president. And it's not necessarily major news, but it does make me miss my dad because he was president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana twice, 2 times running. And the whole pharmacy fraternity, whose life have become very peaceful because he's not around to haunt you all anymore. We will raise a no, like he was really
sending a message.
He was really a terrorist. He really used to terrorize them. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so good stuff there. Anyway, Befi invests in basic education. Samia Wuku has gone to Togo to cement lottery partnership. Wow. IZ. That's very interesting. Nisaka Brown begs TT for calling him a failure. Chris Rock tests positive for COVID-19. Shatawale, my man, thrills Teshi. Don't you like how I've used 10 minutes to do half the daily guide? I'm learning from you. You should be proud of me. Shatawale thrills Teshi fans. So Shatta, he had a concert. It was called Teshi with Day. It was on Saturday. You have go, you have not go. You have not do things like that. Okay, help more women to access financial services, take advantage of government initiatives. Just bear with me 1 second whilst I read my horoscope. I'll be right back.
But you have to read your horoscope
I'm just
on
kidding.
air.
Because I know it will frazzle you and be like, why are you reading your horoscope on air?
It's not like you're sharing with us anyway. You just
No,
reading it.
it's my horoscope. Find your own horoscope. On the back page of the Daily Guide, Otto is Ghana's deputy. Oh, hello, Otto. Borussia Dortmund assistant manager Otto Addo is expected to be named as the first assistant coach of the Black Stars. The former Black Stars winger, he's 46, and the newspaper makes him look a little good looking. I need to see him in person to confirm for y'all. So anyway, we'll do that. Kotoko coach talks tough. Kotoko has a new coach, Prosper, yeah. And somebody in a grade 7-member committee, the ink is somewhere. So I can't really see. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay. So should I take the Ghanaian Times quickly? Or you're looking at some more stories?
No, that's it.
Okay, so the Ghanaian Times, hastening implementation of SDGs, President Akufo-Addo to world leaders. That's on the front page. And then aftermath of nomination of MMDCs, police deploy personnel nationwide to curb disturbances. And the Times also has a story of police to amend charges against Reverend Owusu Bempah and 4 others. And then the story,
Happy Memorial Day is on page 2.
Yeah. And then there's a story on page 3. Businessman allegedly defrauds company of 500,000 cedis.
Wowzers.
So there's a company that deals in petroleum products, and this gentleman, who's Henry Ni Palm Okumko, 38, he came forward and said he could buy the products from the company called Eugenics Company Limited. And so he got the products, but he failed to return the money to the company. So essentially, it was like a dealer. He took the products to sell to other companies, supply to other companies, but he didn't bring back the money. Kumasi resident goes to SC, Supreme Court, wants Chief Justice title deleted from writs. Okay. And then we go to page 5. Guinea refuses to allow the post-president to leave the country.
He's going where? He wants to go where?
Lake swallows homes in Burundi flood crisis. On page 6, lava destroys homes as volcano erupts in Canaries. Gunman kills 6 at Russian university. Okay, this used to happen in the US. It's now in Russia. France pulls out of UK defense talks amid row. And protects public purse with judicious use of resources. Madame Cecilia Dapa speaking to the Ghana Water Company Limited board. And there's an opinion, or what is a feature on page 9, if Nkrumah had not died. It must be interesting. VIP donates 20,000 cedis for maintenance of Navrongo Basilica. VIP has been donating power.
He has. We have to keep track of his donations.
He should throw some away.
Right. No.
Why?
Because.
Because what?
I don't know, but just know.
No, he's donating to people.
Are you a basilica? Donating for the upkeep of a basilica.
You don't have to be a basilica, but he could throw something at me and say, go to Greece, for instance.
Oh, they said our time is up. You've talked.
Oh. Okay, let me quickly go through the rest of it.
I've told him his time is up. He's still insisting on finishing the newspapers.
Yeah, just a few more.
Just a few more.
Yeah. Okay, government ready to set up National Cybersecurity Authority. That's the Communications Minister, Mrs. Owusu Ekofo. Ghana joins Nigeria, Kenya to implement FIFA dashboard. In the center spread, we have the story of the police being deployed nationwide to curb disturbances. And then find innovative ways to generate funds to develop mining companies. Jinapor saying that embrace digital agenda.
He's saying that to who? Is he not the one who's supposed to find the innovative ways to generate funds?
Is speaking with board members of
the companies. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I think we would end it. Let's take the back page. AfriWave Telecom provides potable water for a chick amount from in 7-unit apartment at the Jura handed over to Ghana National Fire Service.
Please note the use of the word potable. So when water is drinkable, it's potable, not potable. Yeah. Potable water. It's not potable. You're not carrying it to your head. Okay. Potable. Anyway, happy birthday to Janet Adolfo Entry Bar, formerly of Customs. Happy birthday to you. It's from Ekosam and the entire Kaswa zone of the Nsawam Road Church of Christ. And we just want to take a minute to thank Ekosam's church for not sacking him from the church. It's a great service that you do to Jesus to keep him. Okay, all right, we got to go.